All right, think I got it. I'm out testing the new DJI Action 5 Pro. So far, I really like the features. I'm testing to see how the microphone picks up on this. I've got the wireless mics for it, but I wanted to get out and just do some testing with the camera itself. We just got back into town a little bit ago. We went up to Tennessee to spend time with the grandbabies and our daughter-in-law. My son is out of town for the holidays, so it was a good trip. Got to enjoy spending time with family. Ate a good meal, and Melody and I headed back this morning. It's Friday morning or Friday afternoon now after Thanksgiving. We left out about probably 7 something Georgia time this morning and was back in here by I think lunchtime today, or 1 o'clock, maybe lunchtime Central Time. But yeah, gonna be testing this out. I'm going to probably get the wireless microphones, get them synced to the camera, and do some distance testing with those. The goal with this new camera was, when I was on a piece of equipment and I was doing things, I can explain what I'm doing, and maybe that'll make the content just a little more interesting if you know my thought and let me explain what I'm doing. It may make it a little bit more interesting. So anyway, that's the reason behind it. I was using the GoPros. Had some issues with the GoPro format syncing up to my MacBook Pro. If anybody's got any pointers on GoPros and I guess maybe the video format, the problem I was having is the DJI app is no longer compatible with my new MacBook Pro. So I would take the SD card out of the camera, and the SD card was unreadable to the Mac. So I think it was the format. Maybe I'd like for someone to chime in and let me know. I did get my GoPro Max. I did get it back going. I got a couple batteries. It overheated back when we were building the shop. Had it out here mounted on one of the poles of the carport, videoing the guys while they were building the shop, and I guess it's sitting in the sun, it overheated. But anyway, let's see what the next test will be with this new camera. All right, it's the Saturday after Thanksgiving, and I'm in the shop, and I'm going to be testing the DJI wireless mic 2. So I'm going to walk around in the shop and confirm that the audio stays consistent, and no matter how far I am away from the camera, the sound is going to be the same. This is going to play in real big when I'm on equipment. I can have the camera filming, and I can talk as I do stuff. So super excited. Just testing these mics. This is the first time I've connected them. I've got one on me, the other one's in the house. I've got both mics synced, so when I turn them on now, they're gonna automatically connect to the camera. So that's gonna be super, super nice. So I want to figure out what I'm gonna get into. It's pretty chilly out this morning. We were up in Tennessee for a couple days and didn't really go outside. I think the only time I went outside while we were there was to take the trash out. The day we got up there, we got up on Wednesday before Thanksgiving, super windy. I think the high was around 40 something, low 40s. And then on Thanksgiving Day, it was just cold, and I didn't want to get out in it. My knees, hip, and back don't like cold weather. I have to stay bundled up and warm, or throw my back out just by moving, simple movements. But anyway, super pleased with these mics. I want to thank Sam at TriStar Digging. If you haven't seen his channel, check it out. He's got a great channel. He has a commercial grading company, so he does a lot of different work. So if you enjoy watching equipment and that kind of stuff, you'll enjoy his channel. But I was watching his channel and saw the quality of the videos, and asked Sam about it. He told me about these. So I've changed over. I believe I can still use these microphones if I'm filming with the iPhone. I'm going to test that later on, but yeah, we'll figure something to get out here and do once it warms up a little bit. I think it's about 10 o'clock Saturday after Thanksgiving. Oh, by the way, shout out to my Bulldogs. They beat Georgia Tech last night. Ugly game. Was kind of disappointed. We number 4 team in the country, and I don't think we played up to our potential, just to put it that way. I think the play selection was horrible, and that's an ongoing gripe of mine. Is I think if we had a better offensive coordinator, then we could really perform a lot better in some of these games. I think play selection takes us out of a lot of games. Good talent. Can't complain about the talent of the kids, but just play selection, sometimes I don't understand it. So anyway, Texas ended up beating Texas A&M last night, and Georgia's going to the SEC championship. But I'm going to say this on the record before that game. If we play like we played against Georgia Tech, we will get our butts beat. So anyway, I'm glad for the players, glad for all the fans that Georgia's continued to be a pretty dominant team. We just got kids with heart. We don't have this, in my opinion, he's not a 5-star quarterback, but he's a homegrown boy from here in Georgia. and he wants to win. So, and I think he's in the running for the Heisman this year, but we'll see. So anyway, stick around. We'll see what we get into. I've got the four-wheeler out. I'm go down and check on the bottom. It's been a few days since we've been on the farm, so I'm going to check things out. We might end up seeing a deer in the process of, let's see how this goes. Let's stop for a second and check out the creek and see what it looks like. Water's good and clear. All right, we'll continue on. All right, I shut the four-wheeler off. Let's walk out here and see if we can see anything over the valley. Trees have grown up a lot over the last few years. So I don't know how well we're going to be able to see, but we have these huge rock formations on the property. Rocks everywhere. This is about a couple 100 feet drop off. I was down in the bottom below us right here a while ago on the four-wheeler. Lots of briars in here too. Need to get out here and clean some of this up. I don't know how well you can see, but there's a huge rock formation right there, right at the edge of the property. Where this transitions from big trees to pines is our property line. See across the valley to the other side. A couple nice white oaks in here. Yeah, I'm just looking around to see if I see any rubs. It doesn't look like much traffic has been in this area. And when you get right over here, I'll show you. Right here is kind of a path with the deer. There's like a trail right here. It comes right through here and goes out toward the four-wheeler. Let's see if I can get over here and stand in it. Yeah, it goes right here, right down. They got him a pretty decent little trail right there. But yeah, lots of rock. Probably going to incorporate some of these rocks into my wall. There's a rock. I think this is probably the oldest and biggest pine left on the property. This thing's massive. But those pines back there where they cut all the timber, they're thick. Not a lot of sunlight gets in. A lot of the pines are struggling for sunlight and they're dying. If you walk out in there, just the tops are green. All the lower limbs, all the needles are dead. There is one rub on the trail. I didn't stop and show you when we were riding around. There's a dead tree leaning in those trees. I need to get out here with the excavator and see if I can get that pulled out at some point. Lots of stuff down. You know, nature kind of does its things. Trees fall and they'll rot. But back over here at the four-wheeler. But yeah, I like to come out here a lot and just sit. Over here is one of the other pastures. But the deer normally stay on the outside of this pasture, but they like to get over toward my mom and dad's old home place. kind of stay close to the house. The smart deer that survive, they stay close into the houses when deer season starts. They're pretty smart. They know when a bunch of folks go to the woods, it's time for them to go to the house. But yeah, hey, that's gonna be all for this episode. I want to thank everyone for watching. Good test with the DJI camera and the mics. Very pleased. Going to go edit this and see how this episode turns out. This episode here will probably publish in a couple weeks. But again, I want to thank everyone for watching. We'll see you on the next one.